What's going on, guys? So in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how to convert this old style light switch over to this super nice and futuristic looking motion sensor light switch that will automatically power on your light for you immediately when you walk into the room. So I'm going to be doing this for my garage because every single time when my wife gets home from work, when she needs to carry in the groceries from the car, she hates getting out the car and have to head over to the light switch and turn it on just to have the light to go on. So I no longer want to hear her complain. So that is why I'm going to be converting this old style one over to the new style motion sensor. That way, immediately when she is home or whenever she walks into the garage, the light will automatically power on whenever there is her presence. Alright, so the motion switch we are going to be using today is called Ellie Grip. The reason why I picked this one is because I did a thorough search online and it seems that most of the motion sensor light switch look the same, but this one kind of stood out because it looks much better, more futuristic, and the details and description also seem more promising. So here's the box for it, guys. Let's go ahead and open it up and show you what's all on the inside. First of all, we have the user manual. You do not need this because I will show you exactly how to install everything. We have two little screws, and of course the main component is this right here, the motion sensor light switch. As you can see, it guys looks really nice. Now the nice thing about this is it does not, and I say does not, require a neutral line. All it have is the green, red, and black line. So the green is the ground line, the black is the live line, and the red is the outline. And the rest of the things that's in here is the plate. And lastly, we have 3 wiring caps. Alright, so before we get to work, the most important thing you need to remember is go ahead and turn off the breaker that goes to this switch right here. That way we will not get electrocuted when we are working on this switch. So let's go ahead and take this off. Alrighty guys, before you completely remove all the wiring from the old switch, make sure you mark down and know which wire is which. So this naked wire right here, the wire that goes to this green screw at the bottom, this is the ground wire. And the wire that is over here, the one that is on top, which when you turn the light on, it powers on, this is the out wire. And the line at the bottom here is the live wire. So this is the black. So this is black, red, this one is green. And it does not require a white neutral line. As you can see right there, my house does have a white neutral line in the back right there, but we are not going to be needing that. So you can just leave your white neutral line alone. So let's go ahead and remove all of this. And again, remember all the wire, guys. This one, the out, is the red line. The black is the live line. And the ground is the green line. Okay, one thing to note here while connecting the wires. As you can see, I have already connected the red and green wire. When it comes to the black wire, sometimes some houses are different. Like my house right here, the black wire, there's 2 black wires attached to it. So just go ahead and take both black wires from the old switch and connect it to this new black wire right here. Now, if your house has only 1 black line, then just take that 1 black line out and connect it to this black line right here. And then you are pretty much ready to go. Alright, after everything is wired up, you can go ahead and turn on your breaker, and then now you can test the button a few times. You can turn this light on and off manually at any time by pressing this button, as you can see right there, guys. Or you can just leave it off like this and walk out of the room and come back in after a minute or so. It should automatically turn on if you connected everything correctly. So let's go ahead and screw everything back into the wall, and then I'll show you how to schedule the timing and the sensor of the light switch. So when screwing it back onto the wall, this 2 screw right here was already on the light switch itself. So all you have to do is screw it into the wall. And then for the face plate right here, guys, just use a flathead like this. And then stick it into the little end. And then poke this thing out. This piece come out like that. So you're going to first put this piece onto here. And then all we're going to do is snap this piece onto it. So there's no screw visible at all on the outside. But you will have to screw one right here and another one down here. The screw that comes inside the box. The tiny little screw that looks something like these right here. But before we put the faceplate on there, we want to go ahead and set up the timer and the sensor for it first. Go ahead and use a flathead, or you can just use your finger and then lift out the button. And this button will actually fall off. just like that. And this is where you actually set up all the timer and the sensor as well. So this is the time right over here, the one all the way on the left. So if you put this on the little black dot, it will be for 30 seconds to test the switch. If you turn it over to the 0, it will stay on for 1 minute. Switch it over to the 1, it will stay on for 5 minutes, and then after 5 minutes, it will automatically power off. And then switch it over to the number 2, it will stay on for 15 minutes. And lastly, switch it all the way to a number 3. The light will stay on for 30 minutes before it turns off. And for the sensor, as you can see, they already have it all the way to the most sensitive, which is good. That way, whenever someone walks into the garage or the room, the light will immediately turn on. And this one over here, the vacancy, you want to go ahead and leave it at 3 also. That means the light will turn on whenever it senses a motion or somebody walking in. So let me go ahead and turn this over to 1. That way, the light will stay on for 5 minutes before it turns off. And of course, you can leave it on 15 or 30 minutes before it turns off, whichever works best for you. Once you are done, simply push back the button. It snaps right in just like that. And then from now on, every time when somebody walks in the garage or the room, light will turn on automatically, and then after 5 minutes, it will automatically power off. Or if you leave the room before 5 minutes, you can always turn it off manually or turn it on manually anytime you want. So it's time to go ahead and put back the faceplate. And just like that, guys, we are done.